All right, so I will call the meeting to order. It is 6 o'clock. This is the Monday, July 7th, 2025 Town of Moretown Select Board meeting here in the John Hogan Boone Meeting Room and on Zoom. First thing we have up is public comment. Yes.
I know some of you, but not all of you. My name is Bob Blodgett. I'm an alternate commissioner on the Moretown Planning Commission. I'm here to tell you about an opportunity for Moretown to receive pro bono technical assistance from the National Park Service for making plans for the FEMA buyout properties in North Moretown. Last month, a friend of mine who works for the National Park Service Rivers, Trails, and Conservation Assistance Program told me that a project had been approved for them to provide assistance to Plainfield, to Barry, to Montpelier, and Waterbury. The project is to help those communities with community engagement, planning and design for their FEMA buyout properties from the recent flooding. My friend thought it might be possible for Moretown to also receive assistance. I told the Planning Commission about this and encouraged me to look into it, which I did. Last week I contacted Pat Moulton, the Central Vermont Flood Recovery Officer, who's the state contact for this National Park Service project. She checked with the National Park Service and they said that they had the capacity to add Moretown to the project if we applied. If our application is approved, the National Park Service would provide us with pro bono assistance from a team of 3 experts in recreation and conservation, landscape architecture, land and river trail development, community engagement, and most importantly, project funding for us. The projects typically last 1 to 2 years, depending on their complexity and the National Park Service staff capacity, how much capacity they have, and that support could be extended. In looking at past projects, the National Park Service has assisted with us in Vermont, in Brattleboro, Woodstock, Ascutney, and elsewhere. Joining with these other Winooski River projects may be the only realistic way of getting this assistance, especially with the current cutbacks in federal funding. I'm coming to you tonight because the National Park Service Technical Assistance Team is scheduled to visit Central Vermont August 21st through 28th. Thus, we need to send a request to participate as soon as possible. Karen Horn and I have drafted an application letter for Tom Martin should the Select Board would like to proceed with this. And so any questions, I'd be glad to answer.
Okay. So the first step would be just to attend this meeting?
The first step would be for Tom to send
after the letter.
Application.
And that's the first step in the application. There's a longer application which the Planning Commission could work on.
Okay.
But if we get this letter in, then Pat Moulton can schedule the team to stop by Moretown and either meet with the Select Board if they wanted to participate or just the Planning Commission.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the only thing that, and maybe some of the other members or the team here, is I'm not sure it's a done deal yet though with the buyout there along the Winooski.
Right.
You know, I know the homeowners are.
It's not a done
It's
deal.
kind of it's in limbo right now. You know.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I suppose it's worth checking that out as the other scenario plays out. You know.
Right.
Sure.
That's the deal. They have annual applications for this program, but given the current federal funding, I'm not sure that we would get it next year, nor looking at these other towns, looking at what Brattleboro did, Woodstock, when I looked at these things online, this isn't in the league of what they were doing.
Just a couple of days.
So sort of piggybacking on these other projects, even though we don't know which of the property owners are going to take the buyout.
Certainly might be helpful, especially like if Waterbury is, we're along, most of our properties are on that Route 2 river corridor anyway, so.
I know from my friend,
could open
one of
up
the
green
things,
space or bike path or, something to give us extra room.
one of the things that they're
Like a
considering
no-lose
is
situation.
a river trail along the Winooski.
Yeah.
Starting in Plainfield, making its way down with the portage around the dam in Moretown. And so potentially river access could be on one of these properties down in North Moretown.
I don't see how we could really lose.
Well,
so-
let's get.
Yeah, it doesn't cost
But,
anything.
yeah, it doesn't
and-
cost anything.
And if we had to withdraw because we didn't have enough properties or whatever.
Yeah,
We always
I
could.
appreciate you that you
Yeah.
came in to tell us about it, but yeah.
Your last name was Blodgett?
Blodgett, yes.
Thank you, Bob.
I'm sure Tom would also, would be in agreement. I mean,
Yeah.
it's his name on the letter, so
Sure.
ultimately we can defer to him to agree.
He's aware of
Yeah, so
I
if he
mean,
needs
Wednesday
us to
night,
come in and sign it or whatever, just let us know if we need to expedite before the next meeting.
I guess we could, as a board, approve it, or?
it. Yeah, you guys can approve it tonight and then Tom can come sign it.
Yeah.
But in the application, part of the application, that probably should be on town letterhead.
Okay, but yeah,
Did it say, because a lot of times in applications, it'll state that.
okay,
I just want to make sure that we do it the way it's supposed
Sure.
to be done.
sure. Well, I can send you the draft for that time.
I have
Okay, you have, right, in the latest one that Karen sent?
Yep.
Okay, excellent, okay.
Well, should we do a motion right now or just wait till we're?
I have something I'd like to bring up, if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it
No, no,
related
no.
to this
Is it-
discussion
Oh,
right
I'm
now?
sorry.
It's not related to this though, is it, Angela?
No,
Oh, no.
Okay.
Just
In
hold on.
just a minute.
no.
Okay. Should we make motion now then, do you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make a motion that we authorize Tom to accept the pro bono program with FEMA on the buyout properties.
Well, the National Park
National
Service.
National Park Service.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you very much.
okay.
Okay, moving on.
Any more public comment? Yes.
Yeah.
No way,
Oh,
Angela.
I'm sorry. You go first. I didn't see you back there.
That's okay.
I
Ladies
usually
first.
sit with my back against it.
No worries. So we are here tonight with two requests and for consideration to the board in the select board. The first, and it has to do with Honan Road, the extension between Honan and Quarries Drive, which is a class 4 road or trail that was given up that's maintained by one of the landowners. So what we have been experiencing these last, for several months now, is that the traffic is speeding past that area. So the Quarries Drive, where the private road starts, is going to be a speed limit sign of 15 miles per hour. And then what we'd like to request that the select board consider is being able to for us to be able to put a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit sign on the portion that is not maintained any longer by the town. So from the end of Honan to the private road of Quarries Drive. And the reason we're asking about this is there are lots of families with young children, animals in the area. We also have a VRBO now down the road. So we have had a lot of, issues with speeding. Pretty excessive speeding. There have been some close calls, which have included with myself, kind of jumping out of the way when I was walking. The road, it's not conducive for that kind of speed. So we're hoping that, number one, you would consider allowing us to post the 15 mile an hour on the road, part of the road that's not maintained by the town. And the second consideration, and I know this is an extremely long process, is that Honan Road has a 35 mile an hour speed limit sign on it. And it is, and I think Mike Brown can attest to this, it is way too fast. There have been some near misses with cars even speeding past the bus and children getting off and almost being hit by a driver. And I think there are definitely other issues. There's a really sharp curve on that road where you can't see, and it's even worse right now because I know the town usually mows along the edge, and that hasn't happened, so it's grown up quite a bit. But we just felt strongly, and all of our neighborhood has basically talked about it. But I think if any one of you drove up there and tried to drive down Honan at 35 miles an hour, it's really fast.
Can I get your name?
Oh, yes, Linda Hazard.
Linda Hazard?
Yes, like fire. Fire hazard. No two C's.
Well, I will say, the speed is a problem all over town.
Yes.
And especially the 35-mile-an-hour zones on some of these roads. I've done some work to try to see about doing this. We've even bought some 30-mile-an-hour signs that we want to, that we're going to install on a couple of roads. I mean, we could almost do them all throughout town. It is a little bit of a sticky process. I originally thought about a year ago, I was led to believe that the state had actually changed the statute that towns have the right to change speeds on their own roads without a big, huge engineering study, which was the case. I'm now not so sure of that, so it's like on my forever and then ending list to research that some more. Because, for instance, this gentleman's road, it's 35, and tons of people walk it and bike it,
Right.
Pony Farm, and it's crazy, how fast people are driving on that road. But we could go on and on, so we certainly can add it to the list and hopefully get it done, changing that one. But I think we could do you're talking about a Class 4B road, that section?
Yeah, it's, right, it's not maintained by the town.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
actually, I mean, if you look at this, it goes past where the stone wall is, I think, because the town maintains the circle and it goes down the hill. I think technically the town right away goes a little bit past the
Yes, it
stone
does.
wall.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Not the stone, so it goes
No, I
past
think-
our driveway to basically the beginning of the stone wall. So you know where the two signs
Yeah.
that say private road. So that's where the official land that was owned by Mike Young, that's now owned by Corey Young.
Yeah,
So it's I believe it's a 50-foot right-of-way that they own from that point to their house. So that one we're not worried about. We're
right,
gonna
it's
post
above
it.
that, yeah.
So it's from our driveway to where those two
Right.
posts are.
Well, maybe we should just connect on that outside of thing, because I feel like one time I looked at the survey when I lived there, and I feel like the town right away extended past that. Maybe I'm mistaken now, but it might just be something outside of here.
Yeah,
I've got all the surveys on my computer, we just plow through them.
which would be great.
Yeah, so maybe we just connect in the next day or
Yeah,
two
and
about
I think
that.
it's a 50-foot right-of-way.
Right, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm just thinking,
Yeah,
if we
that's-
can't change the speed limit,
There.
could we get a sign up, because there's curves?
Yeah, no, I,
Oh, that's a different, we're talking about.
No, I know, I'm just adding.
yeah, I think, because, so you're saying there is a 35 mile an hour sign on Honan Road, right, which, so have you guys been in contact with the person who owns the rental property, the owner?
Yes, and they have been wonderful.
Right, but they can't control the people that are showing up and.
What they're going to do is put up signs as well, and then in their, at the end of their driveway, like, be respectful, please go slow.
Right,
They were very receptive, and they were fine. And they let the VRBO group know that they need to reinforce that, and they're
Yeah.
also gonna have a policy book for people that stay there. It was, all of us talked about it, it was, about 2 weeks ago, and they were flying up and down the road.
And of course, Corey, witnessed that himself.
right, yeah. Okay, well, we can't change the speed limit on a town road without
Right.
a crazy due process.
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check that. I
Yeah.
think it has changed, but I gotta, because I'm trying to do it on some other roads. And I thought we could do it, and then I was told by someone at Vermont Leagues and Cities and Towns that wasn't the case, so I'm on the case, so to speak.
Okay.
When I owned property in Middlesex, we had the same problem. The town wouldn't do anything. I had to petition the state. The state had to run counting right across the road. Then I had to go to a hearing where the commissioners were there. I believe that was up, the building up on the hill in Montpelier. The town clerk had to come with me. It was a whole day just to get signs,
Right.
okay? And it went from the speed limit sign to pedestrian crossing. And then the state promised a few other things, but it never materialized. Go figure. No offense.
So then.
You work for the state?
No.
So,
So the question, oh, sorry, so the
No.
question, even, so I think the first question that we had is, could we post the, the road that, between where the town road ends and Corey's Drive, for your consideration, with a 15-mile-an-hour sign, since it's not maintained by the town? And then the second thought, and Steve just brought up, is could there even be a go slow sign at that really bad curve that we have on Honan, to maybe just make people more aware until you're able
until we
to
can
figure
figure
out.
it out. I mean, even posting the 15, you don't really have any way of enforcing it,
Oh, we
you
know
know?
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would be,
Well, but we also need to we need to make sure we're complying with
Yeah,
the
so-
law.
Right, too, yeah.
Because whether that matters, it's a town
Have you-
maintained
have
road
you-
or not.
Yeah.
That's good.
have you put up any of
It
your
is
own,
a
like,
town right away, is it?
like drive like your
As
kids
class
live
four,
here,
right.
and it's not, you got slow signs up on trees or here and there, with your own signs, that you could put up.
Right.
Yeah.
Likewise, if you were to put up a slow sign, I don't think there would be any enforcement against that as well.
But if you're saying to get like a regular V-Trans slow
Sign, yeah.
sign, the triangle yellow, we can certainly look into that.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, and maybe we even have some, I'll check with the town garage to see if they have any such, But I would strongly suggest, we've done this on some other roads, especially when the detour was going on, the bridge here.
Right.
We bought 4 or 5, drive like your kids live here signs.
That's really
Yeah.
good point. We have someone with a, little flag that goes slow, and people
Yeah.
actually did respond. And at the top of that road is a little bit of, where the town road ends, is a little bit of a water ditch too, which usually does slow people down because, on the speed.
Yeah, like a speed,
Mini
reverse
speed,
speed. bump.
Reverse
Yeah,
speed bump.
that's a good one.
You know what works? I did this out in Middlesex on the speeders. Sit at the edge of your driveway with a hairdryer and pointed at it.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I like that idea.
Pointed at it. You'd be surprised how many people think you have a radar gun. I did that one afternoon, and I must have stopped 7, 8 cars.
See, what's changed is the VRBO, It really sensitized everybody on the road when those folks started flying down,
Yeah.
so.
Well, we appreciate,
No, thank you, Linda, we appreciate it.
Wait,
Thanks.
And your husband? I'm
Steve,
assuming Steve, thank you, Steve.
no, it's definitely, thanks for the insight on just putting things up, just
Yeah,
slow curve or
Yeah.
whatever.
I gotta talk to Martin anyways, do you want me to check with him
Yeah,
on the
see,
slow sign?
yeah,
And then I'll
okay.
circle back with you
Okay.
guys about the survey anyways.
Right.
Best
Oh,
placement or
Oh,
whatever.
that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I think Corey would probably appreciate it,
Okay.
just knowing exactly.
Yeah,
Where things are.
okay.
That sounds perfect. Well, thank you very
are
much.
the VRBO folks, owners, are they up for maybe maybe they could let people know who are coming?
That's
to,
what
you
they're
know.
doing, so they're developing a policy.
Yeah, they're gonna put it in
And then they're
there.
putting up signs at the end of their driveway that just say, please drive
Yeah,
respectfully.
this isn't Route 89,
Yeah.
right, something like that.
Right. So, it's
Yeah,
not a main road to.
Right.
unfortunately,
You have that
common
same,
problem.
yeah,
Well, it
everybody.
doesn't help, it's downhill there too.
Yeah, there you go.
People just take their speed.
Exactly. Well,
Great, well, thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate it.
All right,
Yeah,
fine.
drive slow.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I have a hairdryer home.
Yes, right. Thank you.
See you guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay, any more public comment?
You can go.
Okay. My name is Angelo Napolitano. I'm the president of Moretown Commons. We have a lot of places to sell up there. Anyway, I talked to Don about this yesterday, and I found out more after was done talking to Don. It's about Stewart's buying the Moretown store. Okay? They are finalized tearing down the Moretown store within their corporation and the previous owners. Tearing down the Moretown store and putting in a total of 8 pumps. Well, how did I get this information? Funny you should ask. 2 people that work there told me this. They are going to start demoing the store the middle of August or the end of August. Now, I asked my sources if the Date brothers, who own Stewart's, has come before this body, the zoning board, or come in and talk to Cheryl Lynn or Sasha. By the way, hi Sasha. And I got no. I got a no. The people up at the Commons, 41 people, are a little outraged. They feel that they should have a voice, a discussion on if they want to keep a historic building or if they want a historic building torn down. Okay? Because we are in a small community here. We're not like, you know, Montpelier, Rutland, Brattleboro. Nobody's like Burlington, so they're way over here somewhere. So I wanted to bring it to the attention of the select board that this is what is coming down, okay, in less than a month. Now, after I talked to Don about this yesterday quite a bit, I found out about their schedule to start to demolish this store the middle to the end of August. I don't believe they have applied to the state for any permits. I don't think they applied to the town for any permits, have they?
If the structure is the same, gonna be the same size, they wouldn't have to. And the building's already been redone once, so it's not
Yeah.
historic.
Okay.
Even with the pumps to go from.
The pumps, that's all state.
Yeah.
I did hear
And
this from
the
someone else,
access
but I
was-
thought it was, I heard this from someone like a week ago, but I thought it was total, nonsense.
Yeah,
Yeah, didn't believe it.
yeah, they say they don't need anything from the town. They don't need any permits from the town or anything.
If they're not changing the size of the structure, they wouldn't.
But you did mention yesterday that they're gonna change the access and how they
Yeah.
access the area.
So-
So that's with the state right away as well, that they would have to get permits for.
So the way the store sits now, it'll be moved over a little bit. It'll be front to back, but it'll be this way. Okay? So people coming from Waitsfield can pull in, people coming from Middlesex can come pull in, but there will be 2 entrances.
Mhm.
2 entrances. And anything that you find in there now, which is slim to none, I lose my voice when I talk, so. Which is slim to none, it's all gonna be done by them. Because before I got into the witness protection program, I'm from Saratoga Springs. They have a milk plant, they have a bottling plant, they have an ice cream plant. It's all huge on the outskirts of old Saratoga. So anything you see in there now is going to be gone.
I heard they're not gonna replace the creaming machine. That might be scuttlebutt too, but,
That's gone,
yeah.
that's gone. All of the grills are gone. They're going to put in turbo, come help me out here, turbo something.
Microwave?
Huh? It's your road, so, thank you.
Sherilyn, when you say
So-
they don't need a permit, don't they have to keep it on the same footprint?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's-
so
that's
if
what I'm
they're
saying,
not
it's not
moving the
changing.
building, they're keeping on the exact same footprint, so they're not
They're going
changing.
to increase the footprint.
Well, they can't, Sherilyn just said.
Yeah, I would recommend that you just ask the zoning administrator to look into.
Yeah, we should do that, but how can we should reach out to this company if that, if that's,
Carol.
what do we have? Is it
Yeah,
a sale that's gone, that's happened? I mean.
Well, they bought all the jollies
Yeah.
in
it's
the
already
state.
sales,
Every jolly has been.
Well, then
bought
now
out.
the property owners, have they registered here that they've become the property owners?
yeah. Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a property tax transfers and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, they did, so that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
done deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So we have a way of communicating with them,
Yeah,
writing.
Carol will be able to reach out.
Okay.
Norm is the supervisor.
It's really.
He's out of St. Albans. Maybe the thing is you can give him a call, maybe have him come to the next select board meeting, lay out the plan to you guys,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be an increase in traffic. If you're gonna have a total of 8 gas pumps there.
I can't, the two there, hasn't always been adequate enough. I mean, the only time you ever wait there is if someone goes in to get
Welcome to
coffee.
Stuart, welcome to Stuart's plan, how they,
Yeah.
Stuart fish, it's all the same.
Okay, well, thanks
Okay,
for
well,
putting it on our radar, we'll look into it. We'll see.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, thanks for bringing it to our attention. We'll have Carol, the zoning
Yeah,
person,
if
look
I
at
find
it.
out
and-
anything more,
See if she can have the jolly folks come, maybe we can, it's up to the jolly people, but maybe we
It's
can
a
have
zoning
them.
issue, it's
Yeah.
not really a board issue.
Yeah,
this is
It's
so I
all
get up
zoning.
and I don't fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
All right.
You want a hand? We'll take it.
Okay.
No,
That's,
thanks so much, Angela. Appreciate your time.
nice hat.
My block hat? Yeah. The discreet block hat.
You want a hand or anything going on or anything?
What am I? Just because I'm an Italian, you think I'm purple?
I know.
Have a good night.
okay. Do we have any more public
Thank you,
comment?
Angelo.
I'll see you.
Yeah.
Chris Stevenson, Chair of the Rec Committee. I sent an email around this morning to probably half of you, maybe 15 people on it, but not everyone. Basically, the Mad River Riders, after working with them for like 2 years and having a couple of meetings last week, quickly came together and got their trail crew here. Thursday they dropped. I don't think they dropped anything off. I think they showed up and did some work, and they're back this morning, and they're going to be here for 2 weeks. They're going to kind of freshen up the skills park or pump track, whatever you want to call it. They're going to fix the trail section under the GMP power line repair that never really got fixed right. They're going to fix the berm so that it doesn't theoretically break every year. And then they're going to go and kind of flesh out the so-called beginner loop nature trail and focus on that, and then maybe hit the next little loop.
Great. Yeah, Sasha did, I think,
Okay,
filled us
great.
all the rest of the set on it, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I'm here, the public comment part would, public questioning. If you guys had questions or concerns and anything on Morefest, specifically though with the trail work being done, I was hoping to get them some stone to fix what, it's part of the nature loop, but I would call it the entrance to the story walk. Right before you go behind the catchers, the baseball catchers fence there,
yeah.
it's like really slick clays that are pouring off the hillside over the trail. And
Yeah, it's a little gnarly in there.
it's really quite bad. I mean, we do have another project going on. I met with Susan and Carla Lewis this week, and we're looking at trying to create an accessible trail out of that and reroute it a teeny bit to improve the accessibility. But that's going to take a year or two and probably be a grant funding application. But if we could get some crushed stone or sting mat product kind of delivered sort of behind the backstop somewhere in that area. And so that was sort of my question. I mean, I was wondering if the town would want to donate any material and help move it there. Would be really easy. The other option is we do have a $1,000 line item in the rec budget for matching grants, I think is how it's worded, and for trail maintenance. Last time I bought a full load of stay mat was last year, I think. It's $600, and we don't need nearly that much. I don't know if we need like a third of a load or a half.
Yeah, what are you thinking, like a bucket load type of thing?
Yeah, you probably don't need very much.
Yeah, but I just don't have it. So I didn't know if we wanted to grab it from the town or use money and hire someone to come and drop a load. But they're here for 2 weeks, so I wanted to make it happen quickly.
Well, I think, Mike's gonna go down and see.
Yeah,
the park.
I'll see what Martin says.
See what he has,
Yeah.
you know, if it's really just a loader with a bucket, you know, or.
Dump it to
I don't
Brock
think
over
that's,
there.
I don't think that would be a
With some
problem.
gravel, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine we need a tandem load. Yeah, so I'll
But gravel would work as well, I don't know if he has any state.
Well, the more marbly it is, the less accessible it is. It's actually quite difficult for people to walk around on that. So I would suggest, I mean, the material we used on the access road to the septic is phenomenal. I don't know if that seemed like Stay Mat Plus, like it had a rock house in it.
Okay.
We'll see what he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go talk to Martin tomorrow about all these things, plus some other stuff, and then I'll circle back with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for organizing all
Yeah,
Thanks for getting that done.
Yeah, I'm kind of on our camping trip this week, but I will, I'll just make it work, so. And then Morefest has been announced. We've got vendors coming in. We have a volunteer sign-up sheet. We need to finish QAing, and we're gonna get that out now that the 4th is done. I didn't know if you guys had any questions or comments.
Well, my only question would be is when's the sort of the cutoff date for signing up for some people have asked to be a booth there or a presence?
I don't know, I'm pretty new at all this.
Yeah.
I remember the verbiage said something like, sign up fast,
Oh,
because
yeah.
slots fill up, but there's also erroneous stuff in there too, about paying for booth space, so I think I need to learn more about that.
Yeah, okay.
I would say get them in quickly.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
There's a link, Lindsay sent it to me.
Yeah, I said, no, I got that email. I got an email from him.
yeah, and I
Okay.
posted it on FTF in the valley and here as well.
So if you're sort of in and out of town right now, how do you want to coordinate the
With Mike,
film?
I'll just connect with them.
No, I understand, but if you're not, you don't need to be here when he drops the load there, do you?
No.
that. Okay, yeah, I can just, we can figure it out. If they have something.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can describe anywhere between the
Convenient
backstop
pile
and
somewhere and they'll move it around.
In the entrance.
the entrance, or was a teeny little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
anywhere in there. And
It's just right down here.
they don't, the guys, as far as I know, don't have machines, so they're just, don't have a lot of energy. And so I'll say after I visit, the more they can work on the rest of the trail.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for
And I guess I'd say the next Morefest committee meeting is gonna be an add-on to the rec committee meeting. I don't have the date, it's the last Monday of this month, maybe the meeting.
Sounds good.
Same thing,
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks for your
Hey,
time.
thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
All right.
Wrong path. Or-
Sherilyn with the tax rate.
I got copies here for you guys and backups with it. It's all pretty self-explanatory. Proposed budget that the voters approved on the top line. The floor articles, the veterans exemptions, so the total expenditures. And then there's the 180,500 for the deficit.
Mhm.
And then
What's the deficit?
the parking lot mainly.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. And then it goes down into anticipated revenue.
Mhm.
So then you take the request from up above, you add in the deficit, less the anticipated income, and then there's your net request. And then you take your total net request, divide it by the grand list, and that 0.46 would be the new town tax rate, which is up from last year. But if you go down and you look at the school rate in the green, that has dropped. So in the end, our tax rate is actually going down. And if you take note, normally the non-residential tax rate is
Mhm.
always lower than the residential tax rate.
Mhm.
It's actually
In this case,
equal
it's
now,
actually,
because our CLA is so good.
that's great.
Yeah. And Tom, just so you're aware, Tom, we're not gonna do this because Tom was gone, but he looked this over with me last week when he came in, and he was okay with it, so
Okay.
I just want you guys to be ready.
Great.
He pushed me to come in tonight to get this done,
To keep moving.
because we
Okay.
need our tax bills out so we can get some revenue.
Good, let's get it done.
So I just, if you guys approve of it, I just need to have a motion.
I'll make a motion. I make a motion that we approve the residential tax rate of 1.6467 and the non-residential tax rate of 1.6478 for the year 2025.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you, Cheryl.
Mhm. I would just like you all to know that our CLA is at 143, and when you get down below 80%, that's when the state notifies you that you have to do another reappraisal.
Right, yeah.
So our reappraisal saved us,
Yeah,
and our town assessors that we have do an amazing job. They're professional appraisers, and we do have sales coming in that are going to hurt our CLA going
Right.
forward, because houses are selling for $200,000 more than
yeah.
what
Then we need to
they're even in
anticipate
here
it.
for right now.
Yeah, we had one come in today that was
Yeah,
Yeah,
almost double
yeah.
what the grand list was, and that's
well,
what it sold
you
for.
know, it is what it is. We give ourselves some time, right? We don't
Yeah.
want some.
Yeah, so, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Any questions
Appreciate it.
before I leave?
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Um,
Don, you have any?
No, I'm good.
I am submitting the 2 sidewalk, the additional funding
Oh,
for the west side sidewalk, probably tomorrow.
Great.
And I'm also submitting tomorrow the north side sidewalk. And I'm also submitting a passive grant to purchase some supplies that are needed at the town garage. So they'll pay 50% of up to a certain dollar amount.
Okay,
So
that may help Don's maintenance project there.
Yeah.
North and west side.
that's all I have.
Great, thanks so much, Carolyn.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hi, Cheryl.
Bye.
Sidewalk.
Okay.
Reports and communications, what do you have for us, Sasha?
I got the 2 estimates for the heater at the old library building.
Right.
Gillespie's was $3285.49.
Mhm.
LaFawn was $2,900.
Same unit?
Yeah, same with our unit, basically. Right. Do you need a motion?
Yes, please.
Well, don't we still, oh, what did we decide we were gonna,
We decided we were gonna fund it for him,
From the maintenance.
so we wanted to get
I just need a motion.
a yeah.
right,
We just wanted to get
but
another
we
bid
still
from
need to
Gillespie.
research the whole thing with the, did you ever get to print that? I was gonna come, we were gonna have a copy of it so we could try to
Yeah.
read the deed.
It's in the office.
Yeah,
Right, I gotta remember it.
yeah, I went back and looked at it, that would be a little
It's hard to
challenging.
read. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, if you had a hard copy, I've read the hard copies in the law
Oh,
and
you-
stuff, and
oh.
it's completely different, yeah. Well, not completely different, but. So it's basically which bid you wanna take, Gillespie's came in higher.
We get the fuel from Gillespie though, right?
Brian used to work for Gillespie.
Yeah, Brian used that.
And he's a Moretown resident, and we, a lot of times like to try to use Moretown residents.
Yeah.
And he's giving us a better price. So can I continue with the motion?
Yeah.
Okay, I make a motion, we accept the bid from, what was his name?
Brian LaFawn.
Brian LaFawn for replacement of the heater of the the Moretown Historical Society.
History
The old
Center.
library.
The
History
Moretown
Center.
History Center, yeah.
Second that motion.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Right.
Thanks, Sergeant.
And then I have a bid that Callie knows about for Ray, and an Avery change order.
Ooh.
The loan documents that are pushing the $3 million loan out to the fall. pay I need approval on, and then I've got 3 warrants, and that's all I have.
Did the Avery go up or down? Oh, I guess it only, the change if it goes up, right?
Those are for Northbrook change orders, I guess it's just to make it official.
Oh, okay.
Oh, isn't that what Ray was telling us
Yeah.
about when he was in here?
Yeah. And the bid is the one, we had already discussed it,
Yeah,
um,
it was in the last meeting.
for,
Well, it's not for mitigation.
no, this is for, the work on River Road.
Yeah.
That we had talked with Pat doing it.
Yeah,
And so Ray had just put it out to bid.
okay.
And they,
Is that the
Officially
33?
bid on
Is
it.
that the 33,000? That's in the notes from last, yeah, okay.
yeah, great. So that's the same one. So he just needs a signature on that.
Excellent.
So,
And then what's the ACO, how much is the ACO pay?
It doesn't have a amount on it, it's just his portion for, I think we do it out quarterly. He's just
Okay.
asking for his. his pay.
Then I'll make a motion that we approve ACO pay for Stefan.
it's a warrant in there anyway, so
Oh,
there's that
no,
there.
never mind.
Mm-hmm. All right. Reports and communications done. What do you got?
Well, I think, well, Tom sent us that thing to review the purchasing policy, but I would suggest that we wait till the next meeting when
Yeah,
Tom's
yeah,
here,
yeah.
so we can all
Do that,
talk about
yeah.
that, because there's some areas in there highlighted and
Yeah.
make sure we're all aware of. I don't know, Mike, if you got a chance, there was something about the fire station septic and.
Oh, yeah,
the
Ray and I
plans.
looked at that and, yeah, we're all good. He was worried because the lower bit, you know, it goes down like terraces and then goes down again.
Yeah,
I think Stefan was worried that maybe the amount or the septic was like closer to the river and was getting eaten away a little bit, but it's not.
okay,
It's
it's
like,
not, okay.
yeah.
All right, great.
So, yeah, you know, looked at that and it's all good.
No, that's good, I'm good.
Oh, we said, oh yeah, we think I think maybe part of it's not really getting mowed maybe.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a building maintenance thing, you know? Because they say you should mow your septic
Septic
area.
area.
Oh, really? I can
Yeah.
add that to the
Okay.
facilities committee to look at, okay.
I can't remember exactly, but I feel like you and I talked about that for a
Okay.
minute when we were out when we were leaving, so.
Cool.
Mike, have anything with reports and communication?
I don't.
Yeah, Robin?
I'm still working with Mary on the Historical Society hit thing they put out once a year or whatever, to get her some more information. And from the last week's meeting on the maintenance agreement for the wetland thing in front of the town office, Tom kind of jokingly said that I would do it, but I actually will be the contact person for that. It's only twice a year. It's kind hard to stand out there with a guy with a flashlight. So, if you want to add that, Sasha, I guess, whatever whenever that comes about, and put them in touch with me, I'll come in and get that taken care of. And that's it for me.
Okay, I don't have anything. Approval of select board minutes for June 16th, 2025.
I'll make a
Second?
motion to approve
Oh,
the.
was that it?
Oh, did you do?
No.
I'll make a
okay.
motion to approve the select board meetings of notes of June
60.
16th.
Yeah, I already wrote those. I second that motion.
All right, any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, anything for old business?
What's going on with is that still in like the town garage condensation thing? That's, We're waiting for a design
working
or
on it.
whatever.
With the, yeah.
We're working on it.
yeah.
You kind of threw
That and
that
a
out.
bunch of other stuff that has to go on in the garage. We're trying to make a whole spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Start to figure out how to get some pricing for it.
Okay.
And this is thought that maybe that's what the engineer suggested, that maybe there's another way to skin the cat, so to speak.
Right, yeah. I assume
And
we
so, as you saw, we're working on the fire station.
Yeah.
So that's another one, and the town hall. We'd like to hopefully do a presentation on the 21st in terms of the work that we're doing there.
There should be
It's
time.
not- Yeah,
Yeah.
so we have the bridge that night too.
15
but
minutes, you
Yeah,
said?
the bridge.
The bridge is
No, you said 15 minutes for the town.
15, 20 maybe,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah, the bridge is at 6 o'clock. She said 45 minutes to maybe an hour.
Oh,
So,
okay.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll, as we get closer to the date, I'll reach out to you and make sure we're ready.
That's for Fletcher Road or for Lover's
Fletcher
Lane? Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Yeah.
I believe now we can take replacing heater at the library building off of the old business list. Right, the old business.
Oh, in that motion, can you tell me where you want me to take it from, funds from? Sharon's gonna want that too. For the audit.
Oh, and we said the maintenance reserve fund? Is that
Yes.
where we're going? Okay. Did I make the motion? Yes, I made the motion. So I changed the motion to say that we will accept the bid from
Brian LaFawn.
Brian LaFawn for replacing the heater at the old library building, which is now the town history, what is it?
Center.
Center. And provide the funds from the from the reserve maintenance fund.
Thank you.
Is that correct? Yes.
And it looks like we do need a motion for this one, so I will make the motion to accept the bid from Bill Weiser, PLLC, in the amount of $33,000 to do engineering services for River Road.
No, we have that one last week. Tom made a motion to go ahead for $33,000 for engineering. on the-
Yeah, it's a different,
For the actual bid.
Yeah. it's a
Oh,
different
okay.
bid.
All right, I second it then.
Any more discussion? Okay, so it is the same bid
Yeah.
that we did do.
Okay.
It's just a different thing. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Any new business? All right. So there's some warrants.
There's 4 spots on that.
Yeah, I guess I'm seeing back my truck, I gotta move. It's gonna rain.
I know. I'm kind of trying, you didn't know, I was trying to put a rush on myself. I got like another hour left on the machine that I rented. I really gotta get it in before it starts pouring.
No, it's fine.
Leave that with it.
I don't think we all need, I think you just needed to sign this.
Yeah, I think
This isn't all the,
that was, yeah, Callie and then something else, right?
no, it's just,
The other people, but not anyone else on the
Right,
board.
not
Yeah.
anybody else.
I think that was it.
And change agreement,
you can put those.
stuff and stuff, change agreement. Formal, bond.
Oh, what's this change? Oh,
That's to push back the loan.
yeah. Oh, I wonder if we can get that.
What's that, oh, that's the right
It seemed-
one? Yeah, I know. I was gonna ask, but I didn't wanna ask.
Yeah, it's just,
I'm trying to figure out how much we're on the hook for where Ray with that we'll probably never get back, you know. That's, his whole pay is supposed to come out of all that too.
I know.
Shit, you know, I see him doing all
Oh, I
that. I
already
see him on the road every day, it's doing stuff. So it's
I
like,
hear you.
it's gotta be adding up here at some point. Payroll.
Does she want a second signature on there? Did you talk to her about that? To Ray? She's got 2 flags on there. You want to sign that too? Please.
Oh, okay, sure.
Just please.
Yeah.
You want me to call. This is just for extra material.
We'll get fined if they're.
He's got that,
Maybe Mike should have signed that.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going through that.
do we all?
Did you do this one?
Yes, I know. For the animal control stuff, people get fined if their animals out like consistently, like,
Consistent.
We did develop a policy, yeah.
so like there's someone in there that's in there consistently, what happens to that, like, most of that stacks one person's dogs.
We have had a issue with one resident and the constable's actually gone out and tried working with them. I think they're leaving town, so I don't know what's going on.
Might be a moot point, yeah.
Yeah, it's usually that way, when there's just one big problem, so. And it always happens, yeah.
And that, you sent that, you forwarded that email from VLCT about vacation, but then when I clicked on the link, I couldn't see anything.
I just paid for it.
Like the town has
Did you
to
sign
say.
it?
So they didn't give us any
But
information.
who needs to sign here?
I forwarded it to you guys so that you know that if there's
I think
some
it's
kind of
just a one
survey that we can
signature.
participate in, and then we could get that information next year for free,
Yep. Well, we have to
participate in the survey.
to get the, or we have to pay.
Before we pay $109, I think, to get it.
Okay, is that, well, I guess we,
Is it worth it right now?
I don't know. And that just tells us the like, probably the high, low, and average, or whatever, of what other towns are doing. Huh?
The book? Yeah, the book.
The book is very nice.
Can you just bring a copy of it? I mean,
Do you have it?
Yeah, we paid to get the book.
well, bring it over.
Well, I didn't have to find it on the administrative assessment. But,
Hand that to
Yeah.
Sasha. I'd like to make, are we all set? I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Well, I feel like
Oh,
no, I think the vacation thing should be like on the old business pending.
yes, it should.
Oh,
Because then
yes.
I was like, oh, do I need to sign up for VLCT? And I was like,
Right,
okay, because I
right.
clicked the link and I was like, oh, okay.
okay,
So
good
so it doesn't
idea.
drop off our.
Right, that sounds good.
How would you like it worded, vacation for employees?
Yeah.
Vacation, yeah.
Yeah.
/ Callie bringing the book from Berlin over so we can see it.
It's really hard to look at though. Like, you have to know what you're looking for when you look in it.
Okay, go ahead, Don. Well,
Are we all set?
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
second?
Any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
All right.
All right.